Hey there, welcome to the 36th episode of Under the Radar. Very stoked to be back. I kind of took a little hiatus for the last, almost feels like I think about 3 weeks since I posted an episode. Just been grinding really hard in the studio. I finished basically everything on the red tape on my end, and very excited to hear all those songs mixed by different people that I have mixing them right now. Also, before I get into this episode, I wanted to mention that this Friday is that time of the month where Bandcamp waives all their artist fees. And so it basically all profits go to the artists. So I have released the entire Singularity collection that I have out on CD. Out on Bandcamp now digitally. It is not available on iTunes or Spotify or anything like that, because I wanted to wait to get some videos out for a couple more of the songs on it. But if you want to get those songs early, tracks 2 and 3 on the collection I'm shooting videos for right now, and they're probably the best songs on the whole CD or album. You should definitely go download those, and I really appreciate any support that you can give, for downloading the collection or a single or whatever you want to do. But just wanted to let you know that's available right now. So on to this episode. So in the last episode, I covered August Premiere, their 2003 release, Fireworks and Alcohol, which was on Fueled by Ramen. And that same summer, another band in the scene of Chicago, one of the last bands that I remember actually that played ska music, because ska was kind of on its way out and emo was kind of like the thing at the time. And they were like one of the last survivors, like last of the Mohicans of ska bands in the area. But this band called the Indecisives. I remember playing with this band at the Knights of Columbus in Arlington Heights with Midwest Blue, and I don't remember who in the band gave it to me. I know it was had to have been Amanda or Jamie, but yeah, one of them gave me this for free. It was brand new. I think we played with them in July or August of 2003, and they were a very busy, active band. They put out a couple different releases. Their first album before this, I believe, was called Indestructible, and both of these were released on a record label called To Define Records. Now, To Define Records is still around today, and they're known as TDR Records. They've put out albums by Punchline and all kinds of stuff, but this was, I think, the 5th release on TDR Records, which is highly out of print. And the first time I think I remember hearing about TDR or To Define Records was, I think I got a sampler of a band called Mayfield. And they're like a pop punk band, and I was like, whoa, there's a label in Huntley, Illinois, which wasn't too far from where I lived at the time. And that was kind of like my introduction. But I remember playing with this band at Knights of Columbus, and again, like I said, they're a ska band, so this is a 10-piece band. They put on a better show live, I think, than their recordings, but I don't want to dismiss. I mean that as a compliment. I don't want to dismiss the recordings, because this is not a bad recording by any means. Anyway, this EP, Build a Monster, was recorded by Mark Sampson at Cadence Studios in Naperville, Illinois. Only had 5 songs on it, so I'm going to go track by track and just kind of give you little samples of each song. Now, the opening track on this EP kind of was, I would say, one of the more slower tracks, a little more laid back, kind of more of a rock, like pop rock feel with ska influence than like ska punk. A song called Life Supported.
Right on me the same as everybody else. Vote to the back of the eye. Received a gag reflex for what? We had a vacuum tube. We top it up, we got a pupil blue into an empty frame. Arching red softly on its mane. Subjected to moving lights. Keeps us distracted up all night. While we grow a gun. Books and the buildings turn to dust. Yeah, my names get lost. The myth of man.
on the second song, the band showcased a little more ska-core influence, and you can really hear the aggressive drum parts and some screams going on in the song. Very cool song called Shinobi. Now, in my opinion, this next song, smack dab in the middle of the EP, showcased all their different sounds that they blended very well together. And this was a song called Pain So Safely.
I can see the fire rape this land. I can see how no one would understand until the power goes out. We are left dependent on our own with no means left to survive. People start, they don't even know why. The energy they seek cannot be ripped or reborn. On the pages they write new history. Who can we blame? Creativity. What insights to us of what we eat. 451 ways to play God's slave. The courageous thing. Pain's the way we learn to breathe. Yeah, pain's the way we learn to breathe.
This next song, in my opinion, was the most catchy song on the entire EP and had a little bit of kind of an Impossibles vibe, like the band The Impossibles. But of course, The Impossibles didn't have horns in their music, and that's what set this song more apart in that regard in a traditional ska fashion. Though, if you've never checked out The Impossibles, great band with some ska and like emo influences. Sick band. I've covered a little bit of their history in a couple episodes. But anyhow, I digress. So the name of this catchy little tune is The End of This Broadcast Day.
Go get my sewing kit, some epoxy resin. We are gonna build a monster. Get some straw for the insides. We'll tattoo all these words on his exterior. Then throw it in the dumpster. Alright, I feel this fighting. Oh no, because another one must force myself to have something to say. It's a page of me and I'm not very dead. Whatever thought for holding a pen when I got a no good lump of pasta in my head. It's getting to the tip of this. Words have lost the definitions. Just sound strung out on my lip for the sons. I know women, maybe if I stay long enough, this bitch will you. You're right and sound. Son, bring your feeling me now. Your lights are burning out. I can almost hear you shutting down. That's to say, well, I can still hear sound. Go get my sewing kit, some epoxy resin. We are gonna build a monster. Get some straw for the insides. I'll tattoo all these words on his exterior. Well, then throw it in the dumpster.
That was definitely my favorite song on this EP. But we have one more to go. This final song had a little bit of screaming and stuff toward the end, a little bit more of the ska-core vibe in some moments. But yeah, this last song was called Now Take on the World.
I used to have delusions of control, but I am just the massive out of the code, which turns a giant gears connected to a figure of wires, which makes or breaks the circuit, which is all the other buttons down. The other buttons down. The other buttons down. The other buttons down. In obsolete appendage, right at prestigious status, with no purpose removed from my machine. You're like a rolling stone or a poster bone. 1, 2, and out my contours, conversation from high up above a hand came down for my worthlessness. And with gigantic eyes studied my galactic surface. Pick me up, pierced a piece of thought through the hole in my head. Suspended, mag-tactile, I live around the night.
And there you have it. The full 5-song EP Build a Monster, released in 2003 by TDR Records, by the Indecisives. Definitely enjoyed playing with this band. They were definitely a hard-working band in the area, and I just can't imagine being in a 10-piece band trying to like tour, and oh my gosh, what an economic disaster that just seems like to have a 10-piece band. But more power to them. Shout outs to Tom and the Indecisives. And in other news, like I said, I've just been working real hard, kind of plotting out my next DIY music video for the song We Had a Dream. Also, as I said at the beginning, I've finished every single song on the red tape. So all my interludes are done. Any singing that has to be done is done on the urban songs and on the full band songs. The 5 full band songs that will be appearing on the red tape are currently being mixed by James Paul Wisner. Very stoked to hear those. Actually, one of those 5 songs is a ska punk song and called Lethal Ingestion. And it should be pretty entertaining. Kind of ties in nicely with this episode, having it being a ska release. But anyway, right now I'm just basically working with some friends on scripting the skits for it and on the dialogue parts of the mixtape. And once we get all that wrapped up, I don't know when it'll be, I will just sequence, get it mastered, and put out 33 tracks out digitally, and I'll probably do a limited run of cassettes just for fun, having it being called the red tape. I think that's kind of suitable. So as I was saying, also please on Friday, if you get a chance, go on our slavetoservant.bandcamp.com page and download the entire Singularity collection. Be the first. It hasn't really been released as a collection yet digitally, only on Bandcamp, so it's the only place you can get it. And Bandcamp is waiving the artist fees, so all of the proceeds will go to me, which I really, really appreciate in this pandemic and time that we're in. So if you want to support it, go ahead. There are 2 songs on it that I'm filming videos for right now. One is a Sade cover of the song Pearls from my favorite album by her, off of Love Deluxe. We had both these songs mixed by Jamie Wolford of The Stereo, so they sound freaking awesome. Please go ahead and go to the Bandcamp, check those 2 tracks, 2 and 3. Those are probably the best songs on the entire collection. But yeah, if you feel like going to download that or support me and what I'm doing, Very much appreciate it. I've been getting a lot of interaction with messaging and email and comments here and there on these last few episodes, and I just want to say thank you to the people that have been showing interest, especially the ones from the scene that I come from the Chicagoland Midwestern area. Very much appreciate you. I should be putting together another episode pretty soon, and hopefully I'll have some more updates then. But until next time, thanks for your time.